There is something quietly painful about standing in a crowded room and still feeling completely alone. You look around, people are laughing, talking, exchanging numbers, and somehow you are just standing there holding your drink, wondering how everyone else seems to have cracked a code you never received. Meeting people has always required some level of effort, but lately, it feels like the effort has doubled while the results have halved. And you are not imagining it, something has genuinely shifted in the way human beings connect with one another, and understanding what that shift is might be the first step toward actually doing something about it. We have been feeding ourselves a substitute and wondering why we are still hungry. There are billions of people on social media platforms, messaging apps, and online communities. You can reach someone on the other side of the planet in under 3 seconds. Yet somehow, loneliness statistics have never been higher. A 2023 report from the United States Surgeon General officially declared loneliness a public health epidemic. That is not a dramatic headline, that is a medical and social reality. The problem is that digital connection and genuine human connection are not the same thing. Scrolling through someone's highlight reel is not the same as sitting across from them and having a real conversation. Liking a post is not the same as being liked as a person. Here is something uncomfortable but worth saying out loud. Many people, especially those who grew up during the rise of smartphones and social media, have simply had fewer opportunities to practice real-world social interaction. And like any skill, if you do not use it, it gets rusty. Starting a conversation with a stranger, maintaining eye contact, reading body language, knowing when to speak and when to listen, these are not instincts, they are learned behaviors. When most of your communication happens through a screen where you can edit, delete, and carefully craft every word before sending it, the raw and unfiltered nature of face-to-face interaction starts to feel overwhelming. The anxiety is real and it is growing. Sociologists have long talked about the concept of third places. Your first place is home, your second place is work or school, and your third place is the informal social environment where community naturally forms. Think local coffee shops, community centers, parks, barbershops, places of worship, and neighborhood bars. These were the spaces where people bumped into each other without an agenda, where friendships formed organically over time. But third places have been quietly disappearing. Rising rents have closed local businesses. Remote work has reduced the second place entirely. Suburban design has made walking anywhere nearly impossible. Without these spaces, the natural infrastructure for meeting people has been dismantled, and most of us did not even notice until we looked around and realized we had nowhere to go. Social media has also done something subtle but damaging to the way we approach new relationships. It has made us curators of our own image to such a degree that showing up as a real, flawed, uncertain human being feels like a risk. When every interaction online is polished and performative, the messiness of genuine connection starts to feel embarrassing. People are afraid to seem awkward, afraid to say the wrong thing, afraid to be too much or not enough. That fear creates a kind of social paralysis where it feels safer to stay home than to risk rejection in person. But connection cannot happen without vulnerability, and vulnerability cannot happen without risk. The good news is that none of this is permanent. Human beings are wired for connection, and that wiring does not disappear just because the circumstances have made things harder. The path forward starts with small, intentional steps. Put yourself in recurring environments where the same people show up regularly, because familiarity is the foundation of friendship. Practice the discomfort of small talk, not because small talk is the goal, but because it is the door. Be the person who reaches out first, who suggests the plan, who follows up. Lower the bar for what counts as a meaningful interaction. A genuine 2-minute conversation is worth more than 100 passive likes. The wall is real, but it is not unclimbable.